Hey, how's it going? This is Travis Moore, Senior Editor for EpicLoots.net. We're standing here in front of Monarch Comics in Toledo, Ohio. We're here to talk with the owner, Steve, about Free Comic Book Day and about comics in general. So let's go inside. Hey, how's it going? Once again, Travis Moore, Senior Editor for EpicLoots.net. I'm here with Steve Shufritz of Monarch Comics here in Toledo, Ohio. How are you doing today, Steve?
Good.
Good. Why don't you tell us a bit about the show? I mean, of all the career choices you guys could have made, why comic book retailer?
Well, got here indirectly. You know, my in-laws many years ago were planning on starting a used bookstore. My wife and I started accumulating books for them. They petered out. So we thought, well, let's see what we could do. We started with used paperbacks, basically with an empty store and an empty pocket, and got into comics a few years later through another dealer in town. And gradually, that's where the effort went. Added sports cards, got out of sports cards, did non-sport cards pretty heavily for a lot of years, but now it's pretty strictly the comic end of things.
One of the reasons we wanted to come out here and talk to you today is because obviously tomorrow, May 1st, is was the 8th annual?
9th, I believe.
9th annual Free Comic Book Day. Do you want to tell us a bit about that and how that kind of works?
Well, it started out as an idea of a California retailer whose store was beside a Baskin and Robbins, and they do a free scoop once a year, customer appreciation kind of thing. And he said, why can't we incorporate that into this industry?
I know all about
from there. So yeah, it's grown. It's gotten bigger and busier every year, which is a good thing.
It's good. Hopefully, it brings a lot of people in, kind of gets people into new and ongoing series and stuff like that.
The word "free" is a great hook.
Yeah.
Catch.
And did you guys see like an increase in traffic? I would assume, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's a busy, hectic day, but a good 2 to 3 times the average business day too.
Yeah.
So it's worth it.
Being that there's a Free Comic Book Day is a new place where they kind of start either get people introduced into new series or anything like that. Do you have any like favorite series that are ongoing right now, or any series of all time, or?
I don't know about of all time. I like the Marvel and DC both have done really good jobs with their big epic storylines the last few years. You know, like with a slight advantage on my side of the counter, I can read them and then put them back on the shelf.
It's true. For the consumers like me, we come out and have to actually purchase them.
And things like Walking Dead that I would never have picked up on my own, just not being a fan of the horror zombie thing, but hearing how good it was for so long, now I can't wait for the next one to come out. So.
Yeah. Any titles that are really big sellers right now that you really kind of see a lot of people coming in and waiting every Wednesday for? Or?
The new Batman and Robin title.
The Grant Morrison.
We have 10, 11 issues now out at cover price still, because they keep selling, so we keep putting more on the shelf. And, you know, a lot of people would have those books bagged and price marked up in a box somewhere, but if they keep selling off the shelf, I'll keep putting them there. Yeah. Same thing with Buffy, you know.
Buffy. That surprises me a little bit.
You know, I've got a year's worth of Buffy comics on the shelf, you know, at cover price. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of the ongoing Batman and Robin series. So, kind of on Batman, obviously he's been a big presence in the movie theaters lately. How do you feel about like the comic book movies? Do they increase the traffic in here? Do you get,
I wish they would make people think about a place like this, you know, after seeing the movie, but I don't think they do. It does little to nothing to bring new bodies in the door for us. You know, people see the merchandise at Myers or Walmart and buy that stuff for the kids, but
it's true.
Maybe they're not even aware of places like this still being around.
And hopefully with Free Comic Book Day, you kind of kind of get new.
Or the word "free" again catches people's attention.
It catches my attention every year for Saturday in May.
For a deal.
Do you have any particular of the comic book movies that you've seen that you like, or that really stand out to you, or
well,
really?
I think that most people weren't too impressed or happy with the third Spider-Man movie, but I really thought it had the most right from the page to the screen feel. You know? A villain that you ended up being sympathetic toward and actually rooting or hoping for in the end.
Yeah.
You know, granted, you would have liked to see more Venom, but
who wouldn't?
You know, they got to pack the movie so full of name actors and actresses to get the non-comic fans in the seats. So the movies get a little too crowded at times, I think.
Yeah. One of the other questions we kind of had for you guys, and we do a lot of reviews for the iPhone and stuff like that. They actually have like digital comics, like the digital distribution for. They have a Marvel Comics app for the iPhone and stuff like that. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think it? I mean, I would think it probably negatively affects.
Well, I don't think it's hurt sales overall yet. Most comic book collectors and fans want to have the thing in their hands. Want to have a floppy comic or a trade paperback to look at and put on the shelf or break out over and again and read later. Hopefully it just maybe puts the material in front of people that aren't aware of this stuff still being around.
I completely agree with you. I
don't like it, but then again, I don't see that it's affected me yet.
I still like to have the physical product in my hand and actually be able to sit there and flip through the pages and see it how it was intended to be seen, not on a little screen. What do you think what do you think about the future for the comic book industry and for the shop for Monarch Comics?
Well, most of my clientele are adults, so I hope they don't age me out of business before I'm ready to go. You know, but I don't know. I don't see this stuff going anywhere anytime soon. As long as the prices don't get out of hand or scare people away. So, you know, for an average bag of comics today, you know, you would have had to make 2 or 3 trips to the car when I first started selling them at 60 cents a piece. So,
yeah, they have gone up in price a little bit for sure.
So is everything.
Yeah, this is true. That's just the way things are going. But Steve, we appreciate you taking time out of your guys' day to sit here and talk with us. Once again, Travis Moore, epicloots.net. You guys have a great day.